So this is for the HLL devs. This is essentially this is basically feedback for the beta that was too long for me to write in the Discord. That would be too long for me to write in the Discord, so I chose to put it in a video discussing some of the issues that the the backers have um have had with the meta and a few other things. But it's gonna be this one is not gonna be a whole long video. It's just gonna be simple stuff. So I'm gonna try to get straight to the point here. So with the meta, HLL is doing a frontline mode, of course. So that game mode requires a lot of players to fill it, right? In order to get a front line, and because right now it's too spread out. There's a lot of gaps in the lines. So I think that's a common issue that some people are having, and I can see the need to have shrunk the map. I was one of the guys who wanted the map to be large and huge, but I can see, even though my heart is still set with the old map, I can see the need for why you guys needed to shrink the map. I understand it. So right now one of the issues is the map is too spread out. So one of the things that I think can help solve that problem is putting two cap points in every sector, right? Because if you put two cap points in every sector, like one let me hold on, let me change the color. One right here and one right here, essentially that helps. Two strong points, I mean, not cap points. That helps with spreading the line. You know, what I've saw in the meta for the beta is a lot of guys going in straight lines towards their destination. So with with only one cap point, with only one point, what they would do is they will come straight off from the HQ station and go straight to Khalil Trail, or go straight to the Overlook, right? So you leave a lot to be desired in these areas right here. Boom, you have a whole lot. Boom, you have this, and you have a lot to be desired. So that's one thing is the front line being too spread out, and two cap points I think would definitely help would help with the front line meta. And another thing is, I know this is not on you guys priority list, but you guys might need or might want to think about after I can't say now because this is probably going to be a long time before you test things out, but maybe on the back end development towards finish, when you have a little bit more when you understand what the server can take, you might need to look at adding more players to the server count if you can. That's something that I hope you guys look into. We're not asking for 100, but maybe add five more. Maybe put it up to 60. Maybe have 120, 120, or five more, 110 versus 110. That's something that you guys can look at. I hope you guys can look at um, towards the future, right? So now another thing, in the case for a realism, I was thinking about, in my opinion, was the armored roles and the tanks not being able to take sectors, right? The armor role and the tanks not being able to cap sectors. So that was one of my opinions. So that way, it would sort of the tanks would play more of a support role instead of trying to rush to the front line. But now that I think about it, now that the map is kind of stretched to the map is even with the shrinkage, the map is stretched the front line is stretched too wide. I think now when I think about that, I don't know if that's such a good idea to shrink the armored roles. But I hope that's something that you guys can look at depending on the adjustments made. But I think if you guys go with the two strong points on each sector, I think you can the armor roll the armored roles, because one thing that's terrible is having guys running out of their tanks and trying to play infantry, or tanks just rushing ahead. That really I mean, I guess in my opinion, d- uh, uh, you know, that's armor. World War II, they played more of a support role to the infantry. You know, they couldn't just rush ahead and get blown up by a Panzerschreck because infantry wasn't supporting it. Okay, I also think tank crew should have the ability to open the hatches. I think or however you decide to do, maybe only the commander. However you decide to do it, I think the crew needs to have ability to open the hatches. Also, yeah, need to have the ability to open the hatches. Also, there was something wrong with the. That's a story for another day. Forget that one. Okay, so from here, the map. Now the map in the alpha, the vehicles all had a spawn point in which they were located at, right? So I think that was one of the things that annoyed me with the beta was how the vehicles you had to go to let me show you right now. Let me erase this. Let me erase the markings I made. You had to go to a certain spot to get the vehicles, right? So you'll say we had a vehicle maybe located somewhere around here, somewhere. Two was by the reserve station, I think on either side, and another one somewhere around the other edge of the map. But the problem with this is, let's say I wanted to team up with another tank. You have to go through this, like, uh, there should be a road. Just for future reference, there should be a road connecting these guys. So when you want to go meet up with other guys, or if I want to go team up with another tank to attack a panther, you should be able to travel through the HQ. You should be able to travel through the HQ following this road, following a road. So that way you can connect to. I had to go through the trees in the beta, and this tank was getting stuck, and I spent like at least 5 to 10 minutes right here. I know the argument can be, well, go up ahead and connect with the tanks and all that, but what if the enemy is right here, right? What if they cap? What if all of this is capped? Boom, 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 boom. All that is capped. Now, how do we get our tanks to go join up, team up, and then go to attack a point if that's what you want? So there needs to be a road that connects to HQ if that's if you guys still choose to take this HQ system, which is something I'll talk about, which is my next point that I'll talk about right now. Is the next point would be okay, the map, right? In the alpha, you had HQ, all the vehicles were located in one area in the alpha, right? So hold on, let me erase this. Okay. In the alpha, all the vehicles were located in one area, which is great because that streamlines the process. I don't have to go over here to look for a vehicle. I don't have to go over there to look for a vehicle. You know how much vehicles are left. You know how much vehicles are available because they're all in one area, right? If a vehicle needs to spawn, it spawns in that area. So all you got to do is sit back and wait. You don't have to run down the map to look for a vehicle. You don't have to run up the map to look for a vehicle. It just streamlines the process. It makes it simpler. You know, okay, boom. If I know all my tanks are here. Oh, wrong one. Let me change the color. If I know all my tanks are here, 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 and here, right? Then all I gotta do is sit when I spawn in, right? When I spawn in, we'll use a different color we'll use the orange, which is I think what it is in the game. When I spawn in right here, which is me, all I gotta do is stand here and wait for a tank. It's easy because if no tanks are available, then you immediately know that instead of having to walk up here, okay, no tank. Then you gotta walk down here. Is the tank here yet? And then you walk up here, and then you don't know which tank is used at any moment. So it's beneficial to have, I think, in my opinion, streamlines the process to have one spawn vehicles located at one spawn point, right? And then that's why I'm suggesting a road. So that way you use that road to go where you need to be. Boom, 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 boom. But I think the road might not even be necessary for what else I'm gonna try to explain, right? So erase link. So boom. We cross out that point. So that's more of a map issue. Well, I explained to you guys the ability to move the mouse cursor. That was done in an older video, so I don't need to explain that again. HQ sections. HQ sections. Oh, about the HQ sections. Okay, here. And this is what I want to say. In the alpha, we had something called the HQ section because the map was spread in a diagonal matter. The map was a diagonal. The map was spread in a diagonal matter where let me see if I can go find one of those maps. Ooh, this is gonna be difficult, right? So let's try to see if we can find would it be on steam powered? No, it wouldn't be on steam powered. Hell let loose.com should have that map, I think. Right? So now we're gonna check hellletloose.com. Community. No. Press kit. Dang it, where can I find that map? The old. Oh, okay. Let loose alpha map. Let's try to see if Google Images might have something. Okay. Here we go. So we do have the map right here. Let's download image. Save image as. Cancel actually. Let's open this image. Oh, YouTube video. That's not what we tried to do. So what I want to do is I want to see. So okay. Well, basically this is the image right here. Let me try to save image as. Okay. So now let's check this out, right? So okay, great. So we'll go draw on it. So this map has HQ here and an HQ here, right? So it's different in terms of how the HQs line up diagonally. So you get a spread, right? You get a spread, a good spread with the roads going straight, going straight, going straight. So you can take all angles and then close in if that's what you choose to do. So you can take all angles and close in if that's what you choose to do, right? So there was no need for a huge lining road, but because of the way you did the map now, which we can clear you. Let's see, erase all. So this is the old map, right? For people, let me try to increase the size. Okay, well you can't go in. All right, so this is the old map. So now let's get out of here and go back to this map, right? So now you see my point about the roads. Oh yeah, HQ. So the HQ sections, here we go with the HQ sections, right? I think instead of having the HQ is blue, so we'll get a nice blue color, a baby blue, represent the HQ. Instead of having the HQ here along these lines, right? Because I know with the artillery battery, you can't hit the opponent's HQ. So I don't know if the artillery battery ends here or if it ends, yeah, well, most likely it would end right somewhere in front of here, right? I think that's the max limit it can go in the beta because I heard somebody say, I think it was one of the devs, said that artillery cannot hit the opponent's HQ. So, right, and I get it. That would be cheesy. As soon as you spawn, you getting blown up. You getting your legs and your head flying all over them. But okay, so we get that. Artillery cannot hit HQ. So what you guys, in my opinion, should do is since you guys are not using the diagonal map anymore, with the absence of the diagonal map. Now, without that having that one HQ system, you guys should do this. Boom. Use my lines here. I know they suck, but boom, right? Boom. You know what? We'll erase that. Erase. We'll go black. Go black. Okay. Boom. 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 Shoot. Boom. And boom. Have a box reserved for HQ. This gives the arty a bigger range. So now you can bomb here, 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 here. And it also gives people what they wanted, which was a bigger, more vast map, right? You can have a nice starting HQ section and have these be the points, the final points of contention. Instead of having, have these be the final points of contention with the HQ starting here. So that way, because, the tents and everything in the alpha, that all looked great. It looked amazing, so you can put that in a certain section. And what would be better would be to, have this go out like this. Boom. Like not in a straight. Let me erase that because that is ugly. Oh no, not the whole thing. Okay, whatever. I think you guys get my point. Let's draw this back quickly. Boom. 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 HQ, right? And then you can have boom, instead of doing a square, because I know this all takes up optimization and has to do with the netcode, the more stuff you put in. So boom, instead of having a square, you can do it like this. So now every team, so that way you get a nice opening of lanes going into the rest of the map, right? Now I don't know, you guys might want to go like this, you guys might have other ideas. You guys might go, okay, that's a good idea. Maybe we should go like this. I mean, I think that's kind of dumb, but whatever. Uh, okay. So you guys might want to, you know, and from here, okay, well maybe the pencil would get me a better straight line. Actually, it does. You have a nice little box, and we'll call it a little HQ. Little HQ box. So, so you have an HQ there, and then you guys can easily go. I mean, if yeah, you guys can easily go. Shit, that's 18 minutes on the video. Boom, and then you can have a starting point. So then, this comes diagonally, so you don't have to square it out. So boom, boom, and then you can have a starting point of the HQ sectors. So now they can disperse, 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 disperse. That's so now they boom, they all disperse from the HQ section, giving us more ground to fight over, which is what people wanted, big maps, right? So those people will be happy. You give us a little more ground to fight on instead of actually having the fight really take place around here. And then you can have all those, that's one of the things I liked in Alpha. I was watching an old Alpha video, and you had the tents, and everybody started off at one point, and also old HL, the old Hergeton a map, and you had all those tents and the medic tents, and you could get all the trucks and stuff moving from that one HQ point. I think you get my point. I think I'm babbling right now, but I'm clearly babbling. So now let's try the second one, and then it's the same thing for the Germans. Boom, Boom. They have their nice little HQ sector. Go black, please. Go black. All right, this is gonna be red. So now the Germans have the same thing. Have my O's. The O's on this thing suck. Okay, so now the Germans have the same thing. They have the little thing, and who knows? You guys might wanna just cancel off this whole back end, right? Let's say you guys don't even want that. Let's say, okay, well, we like that idea of an HQ sector before the match starts. What if you guys might not want to do this whole back end, right? You guys might want to have just a small little portion that starts off the map, right? Let's say you guys don't want the whole back end. Y'all just want this area right here, right? Right, as the HQ section. These areas right here, or maybe you guys want just uh this area, just this little box right here, right? This little let's erase all. Let's say you guys just want this little box right here as the HQ section. These two little things to start off. I mean, I would prefer personally these little things. So you get a split out, you get roads splitting out. That's what I would prefer. But maybe you can go with a little HQ section right there so that we all jump into the map that way. And like I said, with the vehicles, it's very irritating having to run, boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then you don't know which vehicle's in play and which vehicle's out. So now you're over here while the vehicle that's in play is already over here because you have these two already on the map somewhere. Now you run and he dies. So then by the time you get here, someone takes this one and they're already up here, and then you have to come back, and then the vehicle that dies spawns here. It's like with the HQ section, it streamlines the process. It streamlines the process. I mean, this video is kind of too long, so it streamlines the process. So I have another video that I'm gonna do about the platoons, but I don't think that's needed. This one was for the meta, which is sort of the map. So it's really one thing. But yeah, that's what I want to relay to you guys. I really want to make this video under 20 minutes, and I think because of my bad artwork, it was above 20 minutes. But um, yeah, okay, I'm done. Uh, thank you.